なかった。ただ一つ確か成果しか。
Welcome back to episode 7 of Gabriel Talks Gundam. If you remember last time, I did a recap of the past 6 episodes and ranking them. Today, I will be going over one of my favorite mobile suits from Zeon. Not my favorite version of the suit, but still my favorite suit, the MS-07A and MS-07B Gouf. So let's jump in. Quick side note, I hope you know the version I said is my favorite is the custom version, not the flight type, but that's cool too. The MS-07A Gouf was an early production model that was similar to the MS-07B in all but one way: weapons. Unlike the MS-07B, the MS-07A lacked built-in weapons such as the heat rod or machine gun hands. Instead, the MS-07A used MS-06F Zaku II hand armaments such as a 120mm machine gun. The MS-07A was mostly employed by mobile suit training battalions, but some units saw combat during the One-Year War, including with the Midnight Friend Rear Team. Designed as a high-performance replacement for the MS-06J Zaku II, the ground combat MS-07B Gouf became famous during the One-Year War at the hands of Zeon ace pilot Ramba Ral, my favorite mustache-bearing stub of a pilot. Though his personal Gouf was technically a prototype, possibly the YMS-07B, the production model Gouf, which came off the assembly line shortly thereafter, was identical. This fully equipped production model B-type Gouf immediately followed a limited production runoff of A-type Goufs, which were produced without the built-in armaments of the standard B-types due to a parts shortage. The Gouf was armed with a 5-fingered machine gun for a left hand and a deadly whip-like heat rod on its right arm, which could be used as either a superheated slicing weapon or a grappling weapon with an electric shock effect. The Gouf could also carry all of the standard Zaku hand armaments, notably the standard 120mm machine gun. I also happen to have the Gunpla of the MS-07B Gouf. Gunpla are the model kits that Bandai decided to make of all the mobile suits, at least almost all of them. And yes, a lot of the Zeon suits reused a lot of the same weapons and tended to pull out older stuff that shouldn't even be in a war, like a couple of idiots currently in a country they shouldn't be in. I think we know who I'm talking about. And if you live under a rock, it's Russia and Putin I'm talking about. Russia and Putin. You're such a dumbass. The Gouf proved to be a nasty menace to the crew and mobile suit pilots stationed aboard the Earth Federation Forces assault carrier White Base. RX-78-2 Gundam pilot Amuro Ray was easily overwhelmed during his first encounter with Ramba's Gouf, where we got the most iconic line from Gundam entirely, said by none other than the Stub himself.
This is no Zaku, boy! No Zaku!
And in post-battle analysis, Amuro tried to simulate the Gouf as an improved F-type Zaku. Unfortunately for the White Base crew, the Gouf was above and beyond anything they'd encountered at that point in the war. The standard Gouf lived a short life itself, as production was quickly halted and the new ground combat MS-09 Dom went into production. Though the Gouf's production run was short, units were deployed all across the world, including places such as Australia and the Gabai, I don't know, something desert, and improved version, the MS-07B-3 Gouf Custom, which I will give its own episode, saw action in Southeast Asia and Europe. In UC-0080, the breakaway South Seas Alliance used salvaged Goufs equipped with hover units as part of its forces. The Gouf stood around 61.35 feet, that being as tall as one of the largest billboards in the US. It weighed 58.5 metric tons when empty and not fully loaded, weighing as much as a blue whale calf. But when fully loaded, that weight goes from 58.5 tons to 75.4 tons when fully loaded, which weighs as much as a Dreadnoughtus Granny? I don't know, something. I might have just summoned the devil behind me. Some armaments include the 5-barrel 75mm machine gun, barrels mounted as left-hand fingers, the heat rod, retractable variable heat electric shock charge mounted in right forearm. One of the reasons I like the Gouf so much is because it was just something different compared to the normal Zakus you see in the animated show and the other parts of the series. It also scored extra brownie points with me because it's in my favorite color, blue. Zaku. I also like how it had that weird beam sword or whatever it had, and it was very weird because it had the spiked shoulders, which the spikes were done completely different compared to the normal Zaku. But that's just me. And this has been episode 7 of Gabriel Talks Gundam. If you liked that video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. And the next episode will be discussing the RX-79 Ground Gundam. And this has been Gabriel Talks Gundam.